Oh, quite a lot of information there. Some of it probably pertinent to our quest. I recognise the names of Selkirk and the other chap as people whose relics we have to find.
You mentioned the priest.
A really good man. He was with us the whole time, during the march, in the barracks and in battle, among common soldiers. Freya gave him a medallion to protect him from fire. I don't know how true that is, but he led me and many others to safety.
Who has this medallion?
King Henselt. I saw it once. I don't know how he got hold of it, but he definitely had it.
Were you at Brenna?
Ah, yes. Cut down more Black Ones there than anywhere else. The Redanians were in disarray on the left when we joined the battle. Same with the Temerian regiments in the middle. We arrived just in time. Menno Cohorn commanded the Nilfgaardians. He was some leader. Even we feared him like fire. But somehow we prevailed.
What happened to him afterwards?
He refused to flee, died like many others. Though no one knows who did it, and no one ever found his corpse.
Do I have this right? You served in the Dun Banner?
Did indeed. Henselt's never commanded a fiercer group of warriors, and he never will. If not for us, there'd have been no victory for the North at Brenner. We carried the day.
I didn't see the Dun Banner in the camp.
And you won't. The unit's no more. Ensign Eckhart Hennessy carried the standard into battle for the last time 3 years ago.
Glevisig's magic?
Worse. The Edirnian troops, the bastards. The Dun Banner, the pride of Kedwen, lost its standard and almost all its men. The Visitor refused to send us reinforcements when we were cut off. The Dun must prevail. It's been in worse shite than this. The Dun will be all right. 7 Edirnians to each one of us. We had no fucking hope. 200 men went into battle and less than 70 came back. But that's not all. Only a few survived to this day. The boys couldn't handle it. Suicide, firewater, fist tech. A few became highwaymen. They ended up on the gallows or in ditches. Memories can also kill you, and soldiers don't always deal with them well.
I have to find that standard.
I heard it lies in the catacombs neath Bergen, alongside my mates. Hey, if you're thinking of going there, I ought to give you my beaver skin cap. That's its rightful place.
No, don't take it off, it suits you. Oh my god, he's giving me his beaver skin cap. Oh, Jesus wept.
What happened before the battle?
We forded the Pontar on the 3rd day after the
It
Order.
doesn't look the same now.
The Edirnians were waiting for us, formed up in a long line at the foot of those hills. I remember the banners of Vengerberg, Aldersburg, Gullet. Knights, armoured infantry, peasants, the Bergen Dwarf Regiment. All save the king. They numbered more than 5,000. General Vandegrift, commander of the Kedwenis, had less than 4,000. Including the elite Bearheads, armoured troops from Ard Caraig, and the famous White Foxes of the North. And ourselves, the Dun Banner, veterans of Brenner, hated by the Edirnians more than the plague. But above all, we had Vandegrift the Visitor. Maybe he was a bastard, but he knew war like nobody else.
Did you see the duel between Seltkirk and Vandegrift?
From a distance. At the time I was on that hill, and they were somewhere over there. The field used to be as flat as a table. It was their second duel. Earlier, in peacetime, they'd met at a tournament in Ard Caraig. Seltkirk won then. Vandegrift's sword cracked and the Visitor had to yield. After the tournament, he had a new sword forged by Kedwen's best mages and swordsmiths. That's how Loathan came to be.
I think that means hatred in the Elder language. Pretty pretentious.
They say a sorcerer cast a spell on the sword and told Vandegrift the blade wouldn't crack as long as he remained invincible. The mage got 50 lashes and was the last to mention any such nonsense.
Who has Vandegrift's sword now?
When the Sea of Flames died out, the looters ran amok. They found Selkirk's chainmail, which survived somehow. Maybe it was magical too. Vandegrift's sword went missing. The boys in the camp claim the female dragon slayer has it, but I wouldn't even try talking to her.
Who's got Selkirk's chainmail?
A certain Vincent Trott.
Oh, him.
Low nobility, in the army since forever, a greedy bastard.
Where can I find him?
That's a problem. Deathmold wanted him arrested after they found a square coin on him. Some of the officers and noblemen want to get rid of the Black Ones. They don't like how they lord it around the camp, even though the king talks to them. Those coins are their sign, the stupid bunch of plotters. Anyway, Vincent's a swashbuckler. He thrashed Deathmold's people and disappeared. Those with the coins won't say a word because they're scared of Deathmold.
Thanks, Civic.
Thanks, Civic. That's a bit of an understatement. He's just provided you with a hell of a lot of information there. Very, very pertinent information to the quest that we've got.
So long.
There you go. Uh-oh. Discuss Henselt's medallion with Deathmold. Wait for an opportunity to cross the other side of the mist. Wait for an opportune moment to acquire Vandegrift's sword. Find Vincent Trout. It's all kicking off now, look at this. Right, just going to check my journal here, because quite some pertinent points that have just cropped up. Look at all this, wow. It's just so much, isn't it? So much information overload here. So, the hatred symbol. Vandegrift, the infamous butcher, had a sword named Hatred. This is possibly in the possession of the Dragon Slayer. So it's currently out of our reach for the moment. The death symbol, the standard of the Dun banner. This is underneath that place, Vergen, is it? In the catacombs. So I need to wait for a moment to get down to the catacombs to claim that. The faith symbol, a priest carrying a miraculous medallion. This is in the possession of King Henselt, which is why we need to speak to Deathmold to try and diplomatically obtain it. And the courage symbol is the armour, and this is in the hands of Vincent Trout. So we now know about each of the symbols, and we now know where each of the symbols lay. Okay, so this is about finding Odrin, the lost soldier. This is the main quest. Oopsie daisy. This is about speaking with Lever, Ave Henselt. This is about speaking to Vess, which I'm going to do next. This is about speaking with Madame Carroll. Conspiracy theory, the lost lambs. Finding some soldiers that went missing. I don't think there'll be a quest marker for these. Just got to go sort of stumble across them if you can. That's reasonable. The blood curse and the eternal battle. Right, okay. So I think the final thing I'm going to do in today's session before I bring it to a close, because my dinner is now sat here looking at me. Sausage and mash with gravy and mushy peas. Absolutely looks delicious. I'm going to speak with Vess. She is not a million miles away from here. She's over there. I'm just about to see the smoke from her camp. What might you be?
Well, it was here yesterday.
What was here yesterday? What are you mumbling about? I do not care. It is raining. I really should get a move on. Oh, we got some more people to buy from here. Oh, well, well.
I want to stock up on provisions.
Raymond Gessler.
And you shall find, as the prophet of Lord would say.
He was a shepherd, had experience in seeking and finding.
Yeah, the good book, that's what it is.
Any discount on account of that?
Good try.
The prophet Lebioda encourages the giving of discounts.
I don't recall that place.
Oral tradition. And if your neighbor offers you a basket of apples for a ram, say you shall take but half a basket, for 10 more neighbors will come, and 5 of them will offer you 2 baskets of apples for the ram so many covet.
An endless source of wisdom. Browse and choose.
Oh, store! I didn't notice that bit. I was too busy being dumbfounded by Geralt's spiel. Very, very good. Yes, we've got storage here. Nice. So if he is indeed an inn of sorts, then all he will sell is junk. Which is the case by the looks of it. But never mind. I'm not bothered about that. All I'm bothered about is storing away my items. Look,
Browse.
browse and choose. No thanks, I'll browse and store away my crap, if you don't mind. So, lovely. What do we store away? We store away crafting stuff, so cloth, all of it. Anything else that's weighing me down? Iron ore, definitely. Leather, timber and all that sort of stuff. Oil, red meteorite ore, robust cloth, timber, twine. Already down to 169. Doing well now. Is there a blue meteorite ore up here somewhere? Red. There you go. Blue meteorite ore. Diamond dust. Amethyst dust. I'll do for now. Cheers, buddy.
Everyone try.
Greetings.
Welcome an opportunity when it comes.
They say you run a traveling pawn shop. Heard you even have books.
No song, no supper.
Nobody mentioned you speak in proverbs.
A willful man must have his way.
Ah, you're doing this on a bet. How long do you have to go on like this?
Lost time is never again found.
What happens if you lose the bet?
Crows do not pick crows' eyes.
Good luck anyway.
Fortune is easily found, but hard to keep.
I wish you persistence then. Can I see your goods? I'm mainly interested in those books.
Better to ask the way than to go astray.
Oh, and he cuts hair as well. I think I'll pass on the hairstyling, but we'll go for some trade. Just have a look what he's got mainly. He has the bombs. Oh, books! He's the bookman. So I think what we'll do is we'll go for books on monsters that we don't yet know much about as a priority, rather than any of the other stuff. It looks like it's putting a tick next to some of the stuff that I already have, so I'll come back here when it gets to purchasing things. Right now I'm rather busy with other stuff. We have some diagrams as well. Diagram for a robust cutlass. 14 to 21 damage. Plus 10 to bleeding, plus 10 to poison. Is that better than the sword I've already got? I don't think it is.
Oh, the
Find a
laundry
reason
won't
when
try.
stay dry. Why are you running about like a headless chicken?
Is this Madame Carroll's? I'll be back. What's she doing? She looks a bit confused, bless her. Dandelion! Fancy seeing you outside the brothel.
I see you finally decided to relax. Have I ever told you I think you lead a very unhealthy life?
You've mentioned it.
Evidently not enough for you to take it to heart. Anyway, the whores are quite decent here.
Maybe some other time.
You worry me.
You worry me. Long and meaningful conversations with Dandelion. I'll save that for another time. Because right now I am heading to see Vess, so I better crack on with that, eh? Somehow speaking with Vess is more appealing than speaking with Dandelion. This looks like the mysterious merchant from Flotsam. It is a mysterious merchant from Flotsam. Oh, very weird. What are you doing here? I'll speak with you later as well. How do we get across to there? Is there a secret tunnel to get there? Am I missing a trick? Wow, look at all these monsters. Ah! Rock fiend by the looks of it. Curse you, beast! for the explosion. Ah, Zoltan, fancy seeing you here. Right, where's Vess? So, it seems that we've got a lot to explore here. There's Zoltan to speak to, Dandelion to speak to, there's a brothel over there, there's another camp here to explore. So, plenty to keep us going. But for now, we'll just stick with speaking to Vess, and we'll call it a day.
Son, they've come to take you to war. And he's standing with his
Vernon!
his pants down. He
Good
spreads
to
his
see
cheeks
you
and
again.
says, I can see
Greetings, Geralt.
Greetings, Vess. What news from the Blue Stripes?
They're keeping their eyes open, as always.
Yes. A great jewel. Geralt, obviously, flattering Vess a little bit because she was pretty hopeless, to be fair.
I wanted to thank you. That was a great fight.
The only great fights are those I win.
It's no dishonor to lose to a mutant created for swordsmanship.
If it wasn't a tournament but a battle, we wouldn't be speaking now.
You were better than all the knights of Ketwin put together.
You're very kind.
I'm sincere.
A rare trait. Perhaps I should take advantage of this opportunity.
Oh boy, oh boy. I'm trying to remain faithful to Triss here, and she's flinging herself at me. Good grief. The temptation. But no, we'll remain strong. We'll remain strong.
I'd like to sit down and have an honest talk with you, but I don't have time now.
Shame.
Another day, maybe.
Did they take him? Not a
Or
chance.
maybe I'm just being a little bit too narrow-minded. Maybe Geralt has sex on the brain. Every time a woman wants to talk with him, he assumes they want to jump into bed with him, when all in fact she wanted to do was have a conversation. Now we'll never know. Damn. I don't want to run the risk, you see. I don't want to run... I remember the day on Dragon... Was it not Dragon Age? On, what's it called? Mass Effect 2. When I first played the game, I think I ended up sleeping with Jack when I didn't intend to, because of the way that the conversation went. So every time it comes to conversations like that now, I always remain very reserved and... yes. Anyway, see if we can speak to her again. No, not about the jewel anyway. Okay.
So, the battle
Rather
was all a
anticlimactic
terrible
end,
losses
then,
on the
eh?
left flank. They
We'll step
almost
inside the
broke
tent,
our
get out in the rain, and then we'll call it call a close to today's session. Join me next time when we shall explore the Blue Stripes camp in a little bit more detail, speaking with all the characters that we can come across, and then we'll take a look at our journal and figure out what the hell we're going to do next, because we've got an absolute plethora of things to do. So see you then. Bye for now.